Hey guys, it's Akari here. So in this video, I'm going to cover the perfect VSL formula to sell high-ticket offers. Now this is after I've personally went through and reverse engineered 44 high-ticket VSLs from seven-figure entrepreneurs who are openly crushing it. So I went through their scripts, their structure, and their flow, and I found a pattern. So let me show you how to build this step by step. But just before we dive in, I'll tell you who this is for and who this isn't. So if you are currently a coach, a consultant, a service provider, entrepreneur, then this video is for you. If you're stuck selling low ticket products right now, managing hundreds of customers, and you're ready to move up market, then this is for you. If not, then maybe this isn't the best video. All right, so let's get into it. First things first, what is a VSL? Well, a VSL stands for Video Sales Letter. Now, this is a pre-recorded video that sells your offer. You make it once and it works for you 24/7. You're not doing a live webinar, you're not pitching every single call. The VSL does the heavy lifting for you. Now, here's why the VSL works so well. Number one, it builds trust, okay? People can see your face and hear your voice. They connect with you emotionally. Secondly, you control the narrative, okay? So you get to handle the objections before people even think of them. Third, they're scalable. You record it once and an unlimited amount of people can watch it. Fourth, they pre-qualify the leads. By the time someone finishes your VSL and fills out your application form, they are already sold, and the sale is more just closing the deal. So for high ticket offers, VSLs are essential because you can't hop on a call with everyone, and you do need a way to filter out tire kickers and only talk to serious buyers. So that's what a VSL does. And I just have an example here. So this video from Iman Gadzi, this is an example of a VSL. You can see it's 14 minutes long. And once you watch it, you'll go to the next step and take action. Okay. Now let's talk about VSLs compared to other formats. So the first one is webinars can work, but they're exhausting, right? You have to show up live, you have to deal with no-shows, and every webinar is different. Whereas VSLs are pretty consistent. As I said, you record it once and it's the same every time. So you could literally be asleep and you'll have people watching a VSL. And booking in calls, it's pretty cool. Now, the next one is text pages. So this is essentially just like a text on a page. The name says it in itself. And they can work for some offers, but for high ticket, people want to see you and they want to hear your voice. They want to feel like they know you. So a VSL creates that connection in a way that text can't. And then there's another one here. So some people skip the VSL and just book calls with anyone. Now that's a bad idea because you waste hours talking to people who can't afford your product or service, and they won't understand your offer, or they're not serious. So the VSL will filter them out. Now, if you don't have a VSL, there is an exception. You can do a type form, and this is another way of filtering people out because it's essentially an application. Although, yeah, VSLs are pretty powerful. But the truth is, they don't replace a sales call. They just qualify the leads in advance so you talk to serious people. Now let's break down the structure. Whoop, where are we? Okay, here we go. So the first part is the hook, right? So now we're talking about, okay, what's in the actual video? Like, what do you say? So the first part's the hook, and it's the most important part because if you don't grab the attention here, people will click away. So you have about 5 seconds before someone decides whether to keep watching. So what makes a good hook? Well, there's 3 things. First, you state the big promise, okay? Tell them exactly what they're going to learn or get by watching your video. For example, in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact system I use to generate $1 million selling high-ticket offers, even if you don't have a massive audience. Second, you want to create a curiosity gap. Make them want to know how you did it, right? So don't give away everything in the first 10 minutes. You want to tease the result. Now, third, you want to establish credibility quickly. Here's an example of a strong hook. If you're struggling to sell high ticket offers, this video will change everything. I'm going to show you the exact funnel I used to generate over $1 million without ever showing my face. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build this for yourself. So that's it. Big promise, curiosity, credibility, done. Now they're hooked. Let's move on to the second part, story and credibility. So this is where you share your origin story. But here's the key. Your story needs to be about them, not you. So you're sharing your story to show you understand their pain. And here's how I do it. 2 years ago, I was exactly where you are, selling low-ticket courses, managing hundreds of customers, burned out. My profit margins were terrible, and I kept thinking, there has to be a better way. You see what I did there? I'm talking about me, but I'm really talking about them because they're experiencing the same thing. And then I transitioned to the credibility. That's when I discovered high-ticket funnels. I partnered with an influencer, became a growth operator, and generated over $1 million in revenue in my first year. And now I teach other entrepreneurs how to do the same. So now they know I've been where they are, I figured it out, and I can help them do it too. And the key here is relatability plus authority. You're not the guru on a mountain, you're someone who was in their shoes and found a way out. That's powerful, and that's who someone wants to learn from. Now, part 3, problem agitation. This is where most people mess up. They don't agitate the problem enough. Here's what you need to do. Make the pain real, make them feel it. So let me give you an example. If I'm selling to someone stuck in the low ticket trap, I might say, here's the problem. You're working 60-hour weeks. You're managing hundreds of customers. You're dealing with refund requests, support tickets, and people who don't take your advice seriously. And at the end of the month, you're making 5K, maybe 10K. It's not enough and you're exhausted. So notice how specific that is. I'm not saying business is hard. I'm describing their exact situation. Then I introduce the villain. It's the Joker here. So the villain is not them. It's the system. It's the model. It's the approach. Okay, so the problem isn't you. The problem is the low ticket model, which doesn't scale. It doesn't create leverage and it keeps you trapped on a hamster wheel. So now I'm giving them an external enemy to fight. It's not their fault. It's the model's fault. So just real quick, I hope you guys understand how powerful this is. If you're liking this video so far, please click the like button down below and subscribe. So then I paint the future. So if they don't solve this, if you keep going down the same path, in a year you'll be in the same place. Same stress, same income, same burnout. Or worse, you'll quit. So that's agitation. You're making the problem so painful that they need the solution. And if you skip this step, your VSL won't convert. People don't buy because they want something. They buy because they need to escape the pain. So that's pretty powerful right there and something you should remember. Now let's move on to part 4. So part 4 is the solution reveal. This is where you introduce your offer, but you don't just say buy my program. You frame it as the solution to a problem you just agitated. Here's how I do it. That's why I created the high ticket funnel blueprint. It's a complete system that shows you how to build, launch, and scale a high ticket offer without burning out. Notice the framing. I'm not saying I'm selling a course. I'm saying I created a solution to your problem. Then I break it down. So what's included? And this is also important. Don't just list features. Explain what each piece does. You really want to communicate and convey the value that each point provides. So like module 1, how to create a 10K offer in 48 hours. This walks you through the offer creation step. And so you know exactly how to sell and how to price it. Module 2, the VSL framework. I'll give you the exact scripts so you can record your VSL this week. Module 3, the sales system. I show you how to close high ticket clients without being pushy or salesy. See what I'm doing? I'm not saying you get 3 modules. I'm showing you what each module will do for them. And that's the difference between features and benefits. Then I explain the transformation. By the end of the program, you'll have a complete high ticket funnel. You'll have a VSL that converts, and you'll have the confidence to close 5K, 10K, or even 20K clients. That's the solution reveal. You're showing them the bridge from where they are to where they want to be. And then there's part 5. This is where you show them it actually works. And the key here is specificity. Vague testimonials don't work. Like, this changed my life. Like, that won't move the needle. You need specific results. For example, Sarah was stuck at 3K months selling low-ticket courses. She joined the program, built her a high-ticket funnel, and within 90 days, she just hit her first 25K month. Here's what she said. And then you'll show like a video testimonial or a screenshot of her message, her real name, real face, and real result. So you want to do this multiple times so you have proof that you can show to people, right? And here's the pro tip. If you don't have testimonials yet, use case studies. Show how you got your results. Walk through the process. That's still proof. So the goal of this section is really to just remove the doubt. And by the time they finish this part, they should be thinking, okay, this works, I want it. Now we move to part 6, the offer and stack. This is where you detail everything they're getting and show them the value. So here's the structure. When you join today, you get module 1, module 2, bonus 1, bonus 2, and then stack it. So for example, high ticket funnel blueprint, 6 modules, 30 lessons, complete step-by-step implementation. The bonus 1 has your VSL script template, bonus 2, sales script. So just stack all of it, display the total value, 15K. Your investment today isn't 15K, it's 5K. So now the price feels like a steal because you've stacked 15K worth of value and you're only charging 5K for it. This is basic value stacking, but it works. And the key is to make the perceived value way higher than the actual price. That's how someone will want to take action. I like the analogy of, if you saw a Ferrari today for $30,000, would you get the money to buy it? Would you find the money to buy it? Yes, you would, because you know very well a Ferrari is worth, what, 200, 300, 500K, depending on the model. And it's a heavy discount. So if you can stack the value like that, then you're in a good position. So part 7 is the last part of your video, of your VSL. It's the end. And this is where you tell them exactly what to do next. And you need to be crystal clear. Here's how I do it. If you're ready to build your high ticket funnel, here's what to do next. Click the button below, and this video will take you to an application form. Answer a few questions about your business and your goals. If you're a good fit, I'll personally reach out and we'll schedule a strategy call. And then I'll add urgency, but only if it's real. So I only work with 10 new clients per month. So if you're serious, apply now. And then you'll reinforce the transformation one more time. Imagine 90 days from now, you've built a high ticket funnel. You're closing 10K clients. You're working with fewer people, but making more money. So now you have freedom. And that's what's possible when you take action. And then finally, I'll end the video with click the button, fill the application. Let's build this together, and I'll see you on the other side. So that's it. That's the structure. There's clear urgency, CTA, transformation, done. So that's the entire VSL structure. There's one image I forgot to show you right here. Current states, problem, solution, future state. That's back on the part here with the solution reveal. But yeah, that's the entire VSL structure. Now we're going to go quickly to the VSL copywriting secrets. So let me share with you some secrets that most people don't know. First one is to talk to one person. Don't say you guys or everyone, say you. It makes it feel like a conversation between you and them. And then you want to use a pattern interrupt. So every 60 to 90 seconds, change something, ask a question, change your tone, show a visual. This will keep the attention high. And then third, handle objections before they arise. If you know people are thinking about, like, this won't work for me or whatever it is, address it. Say, you might be thinking this won't work for you, for your industry. Let me address that. This way, when they get on the call with you, they're going to have less objections and they're going to be ready to buy. Number 4, you want to use future pacing. So this is where you paint a picture of their life after they buy. So you need to make them feel it. Imagine waking up, checking your bank account and seeing 5K sales overnight. The fifth one is be conversational. So you want to read your script out loud. You want to sound like you're talking to a friend. So you want to write it out, read it to hear yourself. And you'll notice there's some words or sentences that you need to change to actually sound like a more conversational flow and not like a robot. Number 6, use specific numbers. Don't say I made a lot of money. Say I made $147,382 in 60 days. Specificity is believable. And 7, create micro commitments. Say things like, if you're still watching, you're serious about this. Good, let's keep going. This reinforces the indecision to keep watching. All right, and let's quickly cover VSL production tips. If you guys want to pause the video, you can just see this. I'm going to cover it quickly. You don't need fancy gear, an iPhone camera, a Rode mic, ring light, a clean background, that's it. Okay, record it in 5 to 10 minute segments, and you can add captions. Since 80% of people actually watch without sound, speak a bit slower if you can, and then you can speed it up in post-production, and that's it. Very simple. Now we move on to VSL landing page. So this is where your VSL lives. So here's the structure. I'm going to show you guys an example while I go through this just so you can see it for yourself. So the bold headline, as you can see, the hidden method to break through your revenue ceiling and 2 to 5x your revenue in the next 9 weeks. That's the bold headline. And below that, your VSL is embedded. And below the video, there's a big button that says, in this case, 2x to 5x your revenue, but usually apply now or book a call. You could have testimonials like here, just below as well. And then at the very bottom, you can have FAQ section or whatever else. Now you can build like a landing page like this in ClickFunnels or any other landing page builder, but ClickFunnels is my preferred one. There's a lot of versatility in there. And then for the video, you'd use Vidalytics to host your videos. And for the application, Typeform is definitely a winner. So I can put these softwares in the description down below if you guys want to check them out. It will just make sure your landing page is fast loading, mobile optimized, have no distractions, and just one CTA. One button, one action. Don't give people options here. You need to tell them exactly what they need to do, which is to apply. Now, I'll show you guys this one. Same sort of thing. Headline, VSL. Here there's a bit of a value stack, as you can see, and a big button to move to the next step, testimonials. And there's another one. So yeah, you guys can kind of see the structure of it now. Okay, next thing to cover is the VSL metrics. Because if you're not tracking these, you are kind of going in the dark. And the first one is watch rate. So what percentage of people watch at least 50% of your video? If it's below 40%, your hook isn't strong enough. And then the second one, completion rate, what percentage of people watch your VSL to the end? You want to get to at least 25% for this one. And thirdly, CTA click, what percentage of people click your application button? 10 to 20%. If you can go for 30%, that'll be better. Metric 4 is application completion rate. So what percent of people finish the form? If it's below 30%, you might be asking too many questions. It could really just be one question that is causing a drop off in the completion rate. So in Typeform, the great thing is on the paid plan, you're able to see all the analytics and see where the drop off is for each question. So that's why I'd recommend Typeform for this. The statistics are right there in your face and you can see exactly what's causing the drop off. So yeah, you'll be able to increase this when you see the analytics dashboard. Fifth metric is VSL to call rate. So what percentage of viewers actually book a call? This will tell you if your VSL is qualifying properly. So you want to track these on a weekly, monthly basis. And if something's off here, you know exactly where to fix it. Okay, and lastly, I want to cover common VSL mistakes because I see these all the time and it will save you so much time if you just not do these. So the first one is no hook, starting with, hi, I'm James, I help people. Nobody cares. You want to start with a promise. So second mistake, talking too much about yourself. Your story matters, but only if it relates to their problem. So you do want to keep this a bit brief. Third mistake, weak problem agitation. If they don't feel the pain, they won't buy the solution. You need to go deeper on this part. Okay. And the fourth mistake is having a vague offer. I'll help you scale your business. That's not so clear. If you say, I'll help you build a 10K a month high ticket funnel in 90 days, that's very clear. Fifth mistake, no urgency. If there's no reason to act now, they won't. For this, what you want to do is push on the pain points, okay? For example, if I asked you watching, are you happy with your current situation? Like, are you genuinely okay with it? If not, you're going to be stuck in the same position as you are today, and nothing will change. So if you don't act now, then it'll be too late. That's urgency. The sixth mistake is too salesy. So high ticket buyers are smart. They can smell a pitch from a mile away. So you want to be teaching and not pitching. Seventh mistake, reading robotically. So you want to practice your script until it sounds natural to you, and even record it multiple times if you have to. Okay? All right, so that's the perfect VSL formula. You have your 7 parts here. Let's go back to it. Okay? Hook, story, problem agitation, solution reveal, proof, offer, CTA. Okay? If you follow the structure, your VSL will convert. Now, if you want help building your own VSL or to review your scripts, if you want feedback on your offer and your funnel, I am running a one-on-one mentorship program where we can build this together. And I personally review every application. So we'll schedule a strategy call. And if we're a good fit, I'll walk you through everything. Your offer, your positioning, your VSL. The link is in the description. Apply and let's build your high ticket funnel together.